Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and the Own the Map Challenge series here on Richlands, Ohio. We, as you just saw, are just finished up, or are finishing up, this wheat field here. This is, not gonna lie, not how I wanted this episode to go, but hey, we're here and we adjust. So I actually had a whole thing recorded before jumping into this field, and the sound was all messed up again. Imagine that. So I decided, you know what, let's start the video out and just do another beginning montage where we are harvesting this field, and then I guess in this video we can release that baler and get the baling done too. So we'll get a little bit extra done in this video. So a little recap on what we did do that I was going to show you, but again it had issues. So we loaded up the tomatoes. We had 6 pounds of tomatoes and we sold those down at the farm store on the dairy farm, and we made 8,000, I want to say, and so that put us at around $12,000, I believe it was, because from the contracts, I'm just trying to remember all the things that I talked about. So from the contracts that we did on the last episode, we made $20,000. That was, so we were pretty much at even when we finished those, or at when we started this episode, because we have to pay $5,000 a month in the leasing costs. I think I mentioned that in the last video, and we were $10,000 in the hole from the 2 episodes ago when we started that, because we were negative at that point. So there's a lot of financial things going on. So yeah, so now we're at 42,000. So we made around 30,000-ish so far from this field, which isn't bad. It'll keep us afloat for a bit until we can get our corn and beans harvested. I'm thinking now that it might, I don't want to do it midway through the year, but next year I'm thinking that maybe we turn the difficulty to easy so we make more money, just purely because of how expensive land is on this map. Kind of just let me know what you guys think about that in the comments, because I know I don't really like changing things like that, but I think that it might be worth it on this, because yeah, the land is nuts. So we'll get this last load of wheat delivered, and then we will head up to the shop or the vehicle dealer, the John Deere Alice dealer up just south of us, and we'll grab a baler from them and we will get this field baled. So I will catch you guys when we are heading up to the dealership. So on our way back to the farm from the co-op, from selling our wheat there, we called up Steve and asked if he had his baler available. I knew he was working on it because he broke something on it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what it was. This thing's had all sorts of issues. But so that's kind of why I was that's why I was thinking about, let's just grab a lease baler from the John Deere dealership, and that'll work. But Steve said, hey, I just got my baler fixed, so you can use it. It's going to be a whole lot less money. It's about, we're going to pay him about $1,000, but we ended up paying him a little under that, maybe $900 for renting this baler. So he just got it finished, pulling into Steve's right now. He said it's sitting right in the shop for us. So here we are, and we are gonna hook up to this and give it a go. So it's very nice of Steve for letting us use it. It's kind of like a little test run, I guess. Hopefully it holds up, because it'd be kind of a bummer if it breaks down in the field for us. So then I'm gonna have to spend time helping Steve fix it, because I broke it. So, but that's all right. Saving us some money if it works out. So it's worth the chance that it breaks. But so yeah, we'll head right on up to the field again, and yeah, I will catch you guys when we get there. Alright, so we are coming up on the field here, and we are just going to hop right into it. Get this baled up, and see how much money we can make from it. Hopefully we get something decent. We did end up making about $7,400. Get this unfolded. $7,400 from that load, that like partial load that the last load that we took up. So it's a nice little injection of some cash. But yeah, we're getting there. We're making some money. We're gonna try and not spend this too fast. So like I said, there is that. Well, I guess I didn't say that. That's another thing that I forgot about, that I mentioned with the stuff that we had to cut out because of the sound issues. There's a tractor we're looking at. My buddy Tyler, he's got a tractor that he's been tinkering with, kind of like a fixer-upper type thing, and it's a old Alice. He's a big Alice guy, and open cab, real cool. Not gonna tell you exactly what it is. Some of you might know if you hang around the community, my Discord and stuff. You might know what tractor I'm talking about. But yeah, he's got a tractor, and he's been messing with it, and he said, it just doesn't. His farm is growing, and he just thinks, it doesn't really fit with his operation anymore, so we might have to take that off his hands. So will be our third tractor. Be nice, because then we can have kind of some contracts running in the background possibly while we're using whatever tractor is needed for the job that we're doing. So we might use the new tractor on the wagons. So it's going to be our lowest horsepower tractor, but it's still got some power behind it. So let's jump out of cab here and see what's going on. We are doing the biggest bales, the 240s, square bales. So the Ford skid steer is what we're going to use to load these up. Like I said, I think we're probably just going to load them on the back of the truck. I keep saying like I said, but I didn't actually say that to you guys yet. I did to myself in the recording that doesn't work. So I think the plan is that we're going to load the bales up on the back of the truck with the skid steer, and that's going to be kind of how it works. So I'm actually going to throw this one on a time lapse So we'll get you. We'll get through this job, and hopefully you guys can catch most of it. If it's running a little too long, I'll probably cut a little bit of it in the middle or whatever, you know. So yeah, we'll get into that. What else? I'm still trying to think about what else I addressed, because I addressed like quite a bit. I had like a 10-minute part where I was just, you know, chatting away to you guys. So, but I think that's gonna be about it. Oh, the easy economic difficulty situation that I was talking about. Yeah, I think that might be the way to go because of how expensive these fields are. It's just to kind of keep the series moving along, because at some point we got to keep growing. You guys don't want to see the same thing over and over again. Wheat, beans, and in corn, you know, because that's, I mean, we're in the Midwest. That's what I like to do on my maps that I play on. I like to keep the crops that we plant and harvest relevant to the area, you know. So we're in Ohio, as well as we were in Ohio on the Midwest Dairy, so we did wheat, bean, and corn on Ashton. We're in Wisconsin, more wheat, bean, and corn. So, you know, you got to keep it. We got to keep it kind of fresh at some point, which I have an idea for this series to do something that would be kind of unique. Definitely haven't done it in any other series, but it'll be. That's later on, because we got to grow a little bit to make it happen, because we need new equipment and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's and I don't know if you guys even care about that stuff. You know, like you just enjoy the Midwest farming aspect. It's, you know, all my series are slightly different. You know, but let's back this up. We're not gonna make that turn. But yeah, so enough of the rambling. Once we make this turn, we'll get through the job. Can we pull her? Man, this case, she struggles. I'll tell you what, this case, she does struggle to get going sometimes with some equipment behind it. So, all right, we will catch you guys in this time lapse, and I will see you at the end of the field. this is just about it for this field. We got Steve there, he's finishing up while we got the skid steer out here. He kind of called us up and asked if we didn't mind if he came out and ran his baler for a bit to kind of see how it runs. So ran pretty good for us, no issues, so that's nice. But did end up picking up this gooseneck here because I figured it would be, with the amount of bales we got off this, it would be a good purchase, because we're gonna have things that we're gonna be hauling with the garden and the greenhouse, and then the eggs and for the chickens and stuff as well. So it'll be nice to be able to haul things in a bit better fashion, I suppose. When we were hauling our 6 pallets of tomatoes, it was a bit crowded on the back of the truck, so I figured it $8,000 for this gooseneck isn't too bad. So we'll still have some money to do with what we want to do. So, and we have corn and bean harvest coming up here, so we'll be making some money again. The tomatoes are helping to offset the lease of the field cost, so that's nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how much money we make out of this field on bales now. We got quite a few, so I'm gonna be out here doing this for a while, but that's all right. This skid steer, she doesn't like going all too quick in this field with 2 bales on her, so it is it's a quite an old skid steer, so it's understandable. But might have to have Steve follow me around in the truck and the gooseneck once he's done baling. So I guess that's if he's not busy. But Steve, he doesn't seem to be all too busy these days. He's got his crops in the ground and whatnot, so he's always up for some work. So yeah, so that is gonna be it, guys. Once again, I appreciate y'all watching. If you haven't, definitely like the video, subscribe, and leave me a comment below what you think about the video and where we're kind of headed with the video. Definitely give me a comment on what you think about the economic difficulty change to easy, possibly in the next coming year. But yeah, it's coming along. It's still a very enjoyable series, but let's turn the HUD on here. So yeah, we're just below, a little bit below 4,000. So I purchased the trailer here. We got it actually delivered for a little bit of a cost to our farm, so pretty much showed up right when I got back to the farm, and we were able to load the skid steer up right away and get back out here. So appreciate y'all watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.